Hello again, Overwatch fans. Mr. Kane here, along with Ethan Titchener. Going to be doing a cast of today's game. This is going to be Barberton High School Overwatch versus not Mount Union, uh, versus Shaker Heights. We've got here Gnome on Soldier 76, J3's Bug over on the Genji. Looks like Yi on Lucio, Mango Chips on Moira, and Saber Wolf on Winston. Now, I do know for a fact that at least in this first map here, we are on. What map is this? We're on Shrine, right? But what is
This is
the
Nepal, yeah.
Nepal? Thank
Uh,
you.
yeah.
On Nepal, this is going to be a control point map where we are going to be seeing who can hold this point up to 100% for two of the three maps. The first one here being Shrine. The other thing I know is that just a heads up, if we see some weird things happening in this game, I know Yi had some kind of issue with his controls this game. Ethan has not seen this one, I have. And then Saberwolf also is having some severe lag issues, so I'm going to be subbing them out in the next match. But for this one, we're going to see how they do, even with the bit of technical issues. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm not sure if we'll see any hero swaps initially here. Once again, just so you guys know, we've got I didn't say Sleepless. He's not logged on any particular hero yet. There he is on the Diva. Sleepless, of course, is Alec Wheatrick. Mango Chips is Modesty Jet Castile. Gnome is our very own Jamont Shaver. J3's Bug, Hunter Adair, Yi, Mikey Brown, and Saberwolf is Cam Holmes.
Three, two, one.
So we'll try to do a bit more first-person perspectives on this, or maybe not so much first-person, but third-person. If I can figure out the controls on it. For now, why don't I jump back out for a second? Looks like Barberton pushing in here at the beginning. Trading some hits back and forth. Oof. That Hammond swinging right around the back end. Putting a lot of pressure on Barberton right from the start. And it looks like, unfortunately, they're getting picked here. Pushed back toward their own spawn as one sits back for Shaker Heights and takes down the point for their team. Running a very dive-heavy comp, it feels like. Really like a lot of in-your-face aggressive heroes coming out from Shaker Heights.
That original push.
Here. Yeah.
That first push seemed a bit chaotic. Almost as if Barberton didn't know what to do.
They're coming in through the right side here. Or at least trying to. Pushing in as best as they can, really just trading hits here. Two ults coming out from Barberton here, I believe. Gnomes, nice, looking pretty good. Guild managing to top themselves off there with the Moira ult.
Looks like Barberton's got this fight. What are they up? 3 now? Yeah, that makes 4.
They've got a lot of ults on the other team though.
Hammered ult coming from Shaker Heights.
As well as their Moira throwing out the ultimate here.
By now,
trying to get some value but can't manage. They got 3 picks on us.
Looks like Barberton couldn't finish it fast enough to where they could outpace the respawns of Shaker Heights.
Connectivity. The team tries to get back in. Right now, they're already going to be approaching. Looks like it was only 4 on the offense.
The Hammond's in the back line.
Yeah, the Hammond is definitely right behind them. He's just sitting there waiting.
Wow, yeah.
Barberton not taking an eye on that at all. You got to watch for those flanks. Big tracer bomb there, it looked like. Or at least it was about to be. Ooh, didn't even get the blade off. We're at 96% here, so this first map's going to end pretty decidedly in Shaker Heights' favor here. Looks like Barberton really couldn't get anything off and deal with all these aggressive flankers. They had one good push near the beginning, but weren't able to really capitalize after that point. What do you think went wrong, Ethan?
Overall, I feel like Barberton's, well, one, there's of course the issues with connectivity and the controls, but on top of that, I feel like Barberton wasn't expecting such an aggressive push or assault from
Shaker Heights.
Shaker Heights, yeah. cannot remember the school's name.
I
But
mean, that's
anyways,
fine.
yeah, here is round 2. Let's see if Barberton can bring it to the third map.
And please let us know in the comments if you prefer this kind of aerial outside style so you can kind of see the overall action, or if you prefer the kind of perspective right over everyone's faces. If you take a look here, Barberton's pushing out here, trying to get good picks by J3's Bug on 2 heroes. Should be Barberton's point here if they can get in on that. Somebody should definitely be dropping here in a second to get that cap. Hammond just sort of sitting behind. No one really turning to do much of anything against him.
He went for a dive on the Zen, but looks like at the last minute before he could get the pick, it was sorted by the rest of Barberton.
Sleepless brawling it out. Looks like Barberton's going to get the point here, or at least control of the point at the moment. A little spread. J3's Bug going up. Gets a nice pick.
Nice.
Good job, Barberton. Now it's just a matter of holding this. They've got a pretty brawly comp, it looks like, so they can probably hold on point here.
Where is the other tank?
The other tank. Hard to say.
Oh, are they in spawn?
There they are up there. Ball rolling through the mid. Barberton brawling it out here, trying to stay safe. With,
we lost Moira.
Yeah.
There was the Ryan, there was the
everybody there. Now we got a hold going on. Right up in the corner there is Jamont Shaver holding the point as long as he can, buying extra time for Barberton as they lose this point. Looks like we were down a person the whole time again. Once again, like I said, unfortunately some really laggy internet issues going on for our other tank. So a lot of time we've got a bit of trouble here where I believe Cam said, as soon as there's more than 2 people on me, my screen just freezes right now, which was pretty much making it unplayable.
Yes. That was a fight. Ooh. Already
that
nulled
Moira's ult off. Really, everyone's just back up into the hole. Unfortunately, they're going to lose J3's Bug here. The team brawling it out in here, in this room. It's just a death fight. Ooh, big hammer. Unfortunately, problem is everyone's dead. There's no place for that follow-up. Ultimate may have kept him alive a few more seconds, but honestly, a bit of a waste coming out from the team captain there on that ultimate.
Sad.
I mean, you know, it was definitely a huge shatter. Could have had some amazing follow-up, but everybody was on respawn or in a different position. So a little bit of lack of communication. It's really easy to get excited about, you know, these big ultimates when you know it's the perfect time to land that 3-4 man hammer, but when you can't have the follow-up, is there really much of a point to it? There is all kinds of stuff happening in that room right now.
Oh, Barberton. Here's the one on the team fight already.
Yeah, sorry, there wasn't much we could see in there. You know, I might even do you want me to roll that back on us.
Yeah.
Look at that. We can do that. We have
go
technology,
ahead.
folks. So let's actually take a closer look at that. Rolling it back a little bit more, actually. It's even still a little too far forward.
Team Captain Alec is just swinging.
And you know, we'll even go over to Mango Chips' perspective here. If I can find them. There they are. So we've got the Coalescence here, hoping to use it to push out. What happened? Looks like the Zen ulti as well as that Moira ulti going on. Barberton committing a lot of ultimates here, but getting a lot of value. They've almost wiped the entire enemy team here.
Wind it back, but the Ryan's view. I'm quite interested to see what, because I believe he got 3 picks during that fight.
Sure, we'll go back to that one last time for everybody at home here. So we're going to go to our Reinhardt on Sleepless, because I can just find them right here. This is right before Barberton pushes in on that point. Another instant replay. Taking another look from a different angle before we continue with the rest of the match.
Fire strike. We got that.
Turning on the monkey here, looks like. Kill
That's
off there.
1. That's 2. 3. How many ults was that from Barberton?
Looks like only 2 ult. No. I think
3.
that was 3 ultimates there. We looks like we used up the. There's the Hammond still giving it a little bit of trouble. Barberton has the point now. Hammond, it looks like, was the only survivor in that engagement. We used Yi's ultimate, so on the Zenyatta, looks like, as well as J3's Bug and Mango Chips, but Gnome's ultimate is still available. Now, I know right here, Barberton talked about, well, since you did not see this match, they were talking about, hey, I feel like the ball's going to come and try to go through and drop his ult on us. He probably has ult, which is a pretty likely thing to have happen.
Yeah.
Barberton's watching for it, but unfortunately looking the wrong direction. In comes the Hammond and drops it down, gets some big picks with those mines. And Barberton
did he
goes
jump
down
up?
Quickly.
Did he jump off of the Reinhardt's head?
Not sure on that one, but Barberton
he
quickly falling there, spread
he
out
did
and getting picked off. They're
he
gonna have
got
to
a
act
pile drive in
quickly.
there.
They're gonna have to act very quickly though to be able to get this
Yeah.
back with 80%. They have maybe one good push left in them.
There are a lot of plays in here that I really want to go back and look at in more detail. That's a
This Hammond is getting so much faster.
Yeah.
Barberton getting picked apart, spread apart, and blasted by that Moira ulti in the background. Got Gnome trying to hold on point with a Reaper, but unfortunately with all that focus fire, he's not going to be able to maintain. So close. Can anyone touch? No. Looks like, unfortunately for this one, Barberton has unfortunately lost the first of the maps here on Nepal.
Can we roll back to that second map, second fight? It was
Was it with
a
King
dive.
Hamid in the second defense on the...
It was a mass dive by their entire team.
Yep, that's this one right here. Is there any particular perspective you'd like to see it from?
Just third person.
We're
Yeah,
about
third
to see the
person.
Hammond run in through the back here. So he rolls over the top and then is going to drop in the back and give Barberton a world of hurt. Just a massive influx. I don't know if Barberton should have maybe either grouped up more or held further back. If they could have put up a wall from their May, maybe they could have held that a little bit better. It looks like it was just a very coordinated push by Shaker Heights on that drop there. Barberton also now with a lot of gas in the tank, really no ultimates to speak of. Haven't used them all previously.
Barberton could have gotten it. What they could have done in that scenario is they knew the Hammond had ult, that is a very closed off and tight space. His ult will basically lock down the entire point, so they would only really need to step off the point for a bit.
Come back on to re-establish control. Perhaps using the May ult a little earlier to zone out and kind of counteract the Hammond, where maybe they could have tried to take the point, but then Shaker Heights would have been frozen solid and really not been able to defend themselves from spam coming from outside that small room.
If they timed it correctly, they could have also stunned the Hammond mid ulti animation.
A little bit trickier, easier said than done, but yeah, it definitely is a possibility. Well, that's the first map. So now that we finished up Nepal, let's see if Barberton can manage to come back in Game 2 against Shaker Heights. Game 1, Shaker Heights. Game 2, it's anyone's game right now. So let's come back in a moment here. Welcome back to Game 2, everybody. We're going to get this started. We've got some similar heroes as the last time. We swapped out Cam Holmes this time for Noah Willis. He's going to be on Orisa here. That's due to Cam having some connectivity issues in the last game, trying to get the restart up to get them back into the game for maybe Game 3. But for now, we're bringing in Noah. Noah's a freshman on our team this year. One of our new faces for the Overwatch team, though you've seen him in a few other games as well. Yi favoring the Zenyatta on this map. Not a bad idea if we can coordinate some damage here, but a big part of that is going to be positioning.
Now, is Gnome going for just an early Widow play in a hopes to get a cheeky pick, or are they going to stay Widow?
Not sure. We'll have to see here. Maybe if they get a lot of value out of it early on, they'll go for it. So Barberton begins pushing out. No one really looking at the Hammond. We've got an Echo up in the air.
Well, they noticed the Hammond. He's swinging around. Gets a pile drive from the sky. Here comes the Doom. Good combo.
Our Reese is a little far back. They're way into the building over here. Really needs to be taking a more aggressive stance. Yi falls.
In comes
really
Hammond.
Deep.
Ooh.
This team is just pushing Barberton back into spawn, unfortunately. A lot of pressure. Very, very dive-heavy comp, wouldn't you say? A lot of aggressive forward pushing.
Absolutely.
It looks like Shaker Heights knows dive, and they know it well.
Most notably, they are making great use of the Doomfist Hammond combo. Hammond's going in, getting a very huge slam, and then in comes Doom. That was a very nice super jump from Mango Ships.
Oh, absolutely. Wonderful
or
mercy play
modesty.
on Modesty Jack Castile. One of our, if not our
Hammond's
top
coming in.
support player. Yep, Hammond keeps coming in, disrupting, charging by Alec, taking up a forward position with himself as well as I thought maybe he was going to drop down there. Noah Willis from the high ground. Really, it feels like we've got our tanks in two separate places here rather than kind of coordinating a central push. And then we've got someone deep in there. Looks like our Tracer. Gnome switching to the Tracer.
Coordinated
Let's see what
dive.
we've got going on over here.
They're
Looks like he's kind of
around.
trying to pick off the backliners. Unfortunately, with that sleep, he's probably going to be finished off here. No, managed to get out. Causing some trouble for the backliners and really distracting not only the sniper, but as well as their support Ana. Maybe he can allow Barberton some space. Oh! The dive comes down. That was a huge spray of those mines out there. Really going to give it hard for Barberton to push in.
I feel like Barberton is too hesitant to push in. Like, for example, that right there, I believe it was just a Winston and maybe someone else versus all of Barberton, because that Tracer distraction of the backline was just keeping the Ana and who else was that? Was that
a Widow as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jamont Shaver really making some space for the team, though they're not able to capitalize. I'm not sure if they're getting stalled up on this Winston Hammond, or maybe they're just afraid to kind of just push past them. Take that space.
Comes to Hammond again. Yeah.
We could really use something like a sleep on this Hammond. Maybe we could get the swap over to an Ana, or maybe even a Brigida to just sort of stun that ball when he's in deep and then just eliminate him as the whole team focuses. But instead, Barberton still not being able to really break much ground here.
This, quite honestly, is some very insightful gameplay. I feel like upon review, this could help Barberton a lot in improving their play.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime you're looking at what you've accomplished or managed to sort of run into a wall here, you can always try to improve. Looks like we got a swap over to Eva by Alec, not a hero he's usually on. Maybe they're trying to get some more aggressive pushing value from the hero, and he feels he's not getting the value on the Reinhardt. Big thing though is if the enemy team still has that, and they still have their snipers. Not only the Widow, but also Ana as well, really spamming up here. Just into their own monkey. Nice, using the Zen ult to push in. Barberton pushing hard. We've got a swap over. Barberton's got no tanks right now with their main shield tanks. Throwing a lot of ultimates in here, trying to fight this off. Take this space. Oh, we just lose Modesty there on the Mercy.
And the Widow just getting
really, really tough.
It's...
Oh, big play.
Ooh.
Gnome coming from the back, getting 3 kills in quick succession, taking some wonderful space here. It's him and then Noah holding the point. Now Yi's back as well. Fighting it out. Can they pick off this Ana? Oh, she's so low. She's so low. We lose Jamont. Irish Lord still trying to hold space on that Hog. Hog is a hero that if you don't focus him down, he's just going to heal right back up. They're trying to eliminate here.
Nice super jump. Can you get the res?
Yeah, the res is off on J3's bug. Can they make a play out of this? Ooh, that's some high mines. Oh my gosh, look at that, landing them up on the terrain like that. The mines are picking off Barberton, zoning him a little bit.
This is a very
oh no, the mines, they pick off 2 other heroes.
Yeah.
They weren't expecting those mines that high up.
Yeah. Many people just decide to forget about those.
I don't think that they realized that they'd been dropped that high. They weren't even looking for them. Rough. That just is a testament to that Hammond's play on the other team. Shaker Heights is Hammond making
very
huge
good
plays. Barberton is now going to be defending. If they can hold this, then, well, we'll be going to another round at that point, if we can hold it. However, though, it all depends. A hold against a team that seems to be coming out as strong as Shaker Heights here, with their dive comp where they quickly isolate and eliminate targets, if they can run that successful dive again against Barberton here, it's going to be very, very tough for Barberton to play the respawn game here, as they've got a long walk over to their defense point, whereas Shaker Heights, their offense, much, much closer. It's going to be really important that Barberton does not lose anyone during this fight, does not have too many picks on their team. Looks like we have Sleepless on a Sigma here. We've got Irish Lord once again on the Hog. I feel like a double barrier might be the better play here to play it a bit safer, especially against such a strong dive comp. But maybe the Hog can counter that if they can get a good hook off on, you know, a squishy, aggressive hero like maybe, or even something like the Zen.
We do have the Sombra waiting for the dive.
Ball
Probably
coming
for
in,
the
dropping right in the back. Monkey going in. Quick pick on no. Ooh, look, they've set the symmetric turret up as well as the teleport. Barberton takes the teleport down quickly, but they're already getting picks. Mango's gone. Oh no, it's falling apart here. I do not think that they're going to be able to hold. Jeez, there's no way you can hold against that. Is Barberton going to be able to even get about to touch this? It's going to be over, and that was so fast. We hardly even saw what happened.
Oh,
should we roll that back?
Absolutely. That was honestly quite a bit disorienting. Just how quickly they got that point.
I'm going to roll it 20 seconds ahead because honestly, all right, 4 seconds in. Barberton taking up some forward positions here. The Hammond goes into the back.
He gets
Hold
hacked.
on one moment. Let me see if I can slow this down.
Yeah.
Let's slow this down to half speed here. Kind of look at what's happening.
Roll it back a little bit.
Sure. Let's roll it back about here.
The Hammond did get hacked, but
looks like looks like Noah gets picked off at the front, isolated from the rest of the team playing so far forward as well. Mercy's up in the air here. They still can maybe hold this, but she is quickly isolated and eliminated with a combination from the enemy Zen as well as their Monkey. Quickly picking out targets, isolating them, and just finishing them off. Yi really has no chance here. I don't know if there's anything he could have done against those three heroes. And with that, Barberton loses map 2. One more loss, and this match is over. So it's all going to come down to this. Barberton has come back from tough matches before, though. So perhaps they'll be able to get a win on the next one. It's hard to say. I know that we experienced the same thing, I think, in the last casted game where we were up 2, and then the other team came back in the last 3. So maybe Barberton can make the same miracle happen here. It's going to be really tough with this. This enemy team has such a powerful dive comp. Barberton really needs to figure out kind of the best way to combat these heroes. Do you have any advice on what heroes we're hoping to see in the next match here, Ethan, to maybe contend with this Hammond and Monkey combo that just seems to be diving people? We see the Doomfist here and there, but in general, I really feel like it's the Hammond and Monkey that seem to be giving the most trouble to Barberton at this moment.
Well, there are always stuns and hacks, which can be used for an immediate quick punish on anyone who comes in. But like as we saw with the hack, the Hammond came in. He did get hacked, but he had his team immediately there to bail him out. And they ended up pushing Barberton back to the corner of the point. Quite honestly, I don't think there's really any hero picks that could really turn the tide into Barberton's favor. I think Barberton just needs to be more coordinated in general.
I see. Yeah, it's going to be tough. So at this point, it's not about what heroes you're picking. It's about how you're utilizing the team that you have in the moment, considering the high skill level we're seeing out of this enemy Hammond. Well, let's go to Game 3 now in a minute, and we will see kind of how it turns out. Maybe we'll even go to Game 4 and 5, hopefully, Barberton fans. We'll see. See you in a moment. All right, Barberton fans, we are here for the third game. Will it be the last one, can Barberton get the win against Shaker Heights here? Unfortunately, we were not able to get Cam in for this game once again. We've got
Noah.
Irish Lord, Noah in on the Hog again. Don't know if he'll switch the hero up. Hog is pretty good on this particular map, which this is, I believe, Lijiang Tower. This is another control map, so we've got to win 2 of the 3 maps here. A lot of empty space where you can pull some heroes into with good hooks, but unfortunately for Barberton, also a very dangerous map to play against an enemy Hammond who knows how to use his skills. So if we're not careful, we might see our own team falling over the edges here as Hammond goes for the bumps. Hopefully not, though. This is the third map against Shaker Heights after Nepal and King's Row. Barberton rolling out, deciding which way to go. Looks like they're favoring the right-hand path, which is probably the right choice given the prevalence
a very
of the
good
Hammond.
choice. Yes.
Barberton goes in.
And goes Doom. Looks like
Doomfist got picked early, it looks like, unfortunately.
yeah.
Rolling it out
Barberton
here.
playing
Ball
very
is
close
deep. Can they
together.
finish him off? Nice pin by the
Whoa.
ball. Can they get him out, though? The team needs to turn around. We got to get some more turns. Looks like most of the damage was gone at the time, unfortunately. Maybe we could have got a
get a
pick out,
res.
but
5v6.
yeah. Barberton wisely regrouping here, getting ready to push in, managing their shield. Spam coming in from Gnome on the Junkrat.
Looks like there's a bit more pressure coming in from Barberton.
That ball behind again, though, making it difficult for Barberton to press in. We lose Alec, and we also lose our other tank on Noah. Barberton's got to back out of here. They're probably not going to... Nice. Oh, that was a dangerous teleport, but it looks like he managed to make it out. Unfortunately, then picked by the Zen. Barberton getting torn to pieces here, having to regroup. It was a good push, and the right choice is to go on that right side. Going this left side is going to be very dangerous with that Hammond, Lucio, even to a lesser extent, the Monkey, I'd say.
Yeah.
He can get a bit of push, too, with his jumps, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Although it is more of a concern with the Lucio Hammond. I would personally say most so the Hammond, as the Hammond.
Oh, there goes the boop right off on our main tank, and then a blast on Lucio with an ult from the enemy Tracer. Barberton wisely backing up again here. Without their main tank, there's really not a lot they can do. All they'll do is feed ultimate here.
Hammond has a very large boop, and he has very good mobility to where he can really just come from almost anywhere and get a boop.
Barberton needs some picks. If they can pick off small pieces of this dive, a lot of Shaker Heights is playing pretty far forward, so if they can pick one or two of those off and then make it a 6v3 into a 6v2, etc., etc. Tracer falls off.
Yeah.
He gets a pick. Nice picks here. Their enemy, Zen, kind of disengaging here. Mind sweeping as Barberton pushes forward. Looks like they're going to take this point back. No time to spare.
The Hammond also falls off.
Got to get rid of this Tracer, though. Hook comes out, doesn't connect.
Ult from the soldier. Oh.
No, with that beat. It's big shatter. Unfortunately, the Tracer bomb finishing them off. I think Barberton, unfortunately, no. They just got team killed there at the last second.
They almost had it there.
I thought they were going to take it. It looks like they just barely couldn't get that last bit of charge off. I don't know if it was just the Tracer bought them those precious few seconds, but after that we saw a series of events. Let me roll it back again, because as I said, let's see that again. Barberton getting some good picks here, allowing them to press in. Monkey's pretty low. They probably will be able to get this pick off on the Monkey.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the mistake. They did not get the pick on that Monkey, allowing them to re-engage here. Tracer buying them a few extra seconds on the enemy team. That beat coming down from their Lucio, who wisely saved their ultimate. Huge shatter coming out from Alec, but unfortunately, Shaker Heights didn't really need to use a lot of ultimates early on in the fight and were able to hold it all for right there. We had a lot of ultimates walking into that fight. I think if we had beat with our own Lucio, we probably could have secured the fight there. Let me take another look again. Okay, let's take a look here. This is when Barberton's pushing in. Yep, there's their Zenyatta kind of holding, but they back off. Barberton's starting to try to get that cap. Ooh, if that Firestruck had hit on that Monkey, that might have been the kill. But here's where Barberton looks like they're getting the
Hammond falls off the map.
We've got the ults from all of Barberton in the tank, too. They should be throwing these ults out here. Where is our Lucio? There's theirs coming down. Question is where is ours? Oh, we just got picked over there. J3's bug. Oh, he probably could have thrown that ultimate, too. I'm really surprised.
That was 3 ultimates that Barberton just could have thrown out.
Yeah, I mean, Gnomes would have been a little trickier, but it looks like this is the perfect place to just throw out the ulti from the Reaper with everyone pushing it on this side, and then these guys over here with that and the hammer. I think Barberton could have had it. I think maybe they were playing a little too conservatively, feeling like maybe they wanted to get the point and then hold with the ultimates instead of trying to take it, but when you're at 99%, you really can't afford to wait like that. So the first of the 3 maps here goes to Shaker Heights. Barberton really needs to get these next 2 points or the match is all over.
1-0.
I really liked their offense there that allowed them to get to that point.
Yeah, it was at least its first. It was a very good push. Unfortunately, they couldn't hold it.
Yeah, I think it was a little too conservative. They felt the win there and they thought they'd wipe the team, but they came back so fast to that point and regrouped. Maybe if they'd finished the monkey off, or maybe just the tracer earlier on, because the tracer bomb is kind of what finished off Alec right after that awesome shatter that he had. So I don't know if it's bad target calling, maybe a mismanagement of the ultimates. All right, let's see what's happening here as Barberton rolls it out. We've got our own Hammond this time on Irish Lord. So he's going around for the flank, looks like. Getting rid of the teleporter, not a bad idea, I suppose. Ooh, we lose our Mercy right away, as well as Yi. No healers here, so Barberton's just going to be brawling it out. Hammond's in there, but unfortunately, really no targets for him to grab on.
It
Testing
looks
point
like
for a little bit, but probably the best thing to do here is just to die and get back to spawn and reset.
it looks like the
Oh no, their Hammond is just knocking people around. Ooh, we lose Yi over the edge.
because of the Hammond. I think also was that a Mercy? Yeah, I think the Hammond and the Mercy became separated from the team when Hammond
They got
went
the pick
with
on
the flank.
Hammond. This is time for Barberton to push
Ooh.
in. They need to get in there. Pushing up. Oh no, they got the car wash set up. Nice picks, nice picks. Barberton pushing in. Unfortunately, J3's bug goes down here. They need to stop letting them just spam into this choke and just take some space. With the tanks that they have, though, on Barberton right now, I'm not sure that the Hog and the Ball can take this space as well as maybe a Rhine or an Orisa could. Getting pushed back. We've got Noah back there trying to back cap. Unfortunately, I'm not sure. That it looks like their team is rotating over. Perhaps if he went to go for that and coordinated a push with the rest of Barberton, so maybe if he was going for that right now, they could make something happen.
Absolutely. That could have absolutely worked well if it was just better timed.
There's the Ball once again. Oh, did he save himself?
Oh!
No one goes down on Barberton here. Is Noah going to be able to get out of there?
I believe
Barberton
he is.
fighting it off.
There he goes.
Unfortunately, he jumps back up into a load of mines. That's very unfortunate. I don't think he knew they were down there while he was rolling up. Good save on his part, but unfortunately, Barberton getting forced back into their own spawn again. Can barely get out. Are we looking at what's the best thing for Barberton to do here? Oh, with that wall, they're really not even going to be able to spam against the enemy team. And they can't wait it out. We're already at 85% on this point. Someone needs to go touch this thing. Got the Reaper coming out as far as he can. Maybe if we could get a Diva out or something? It's hard to say. They're brawling it out with the Zenyatta, but we're at 93%, guys. We've got J3's Bug trying to get out to point, but he's having to contend with the heroes that stayed back to defend. And it looks like...
So Barberton couldn't get it in the end.
Barberton could not get it. Just the coordinated assault from Shaker Heights was just too much to deal with. We saw a couple really good ideas coming out from Barberton here.
Yes.
Just really maybe couldn't get the full execution. I really like the idea of the Ball going out there and maybe kind of splitting up this dive comp, because one thing with dive is everybody just goes and goes and goes, but that leaves your backline very vulnerable sometimes. What do you think?
This is a very devastating defeat for Barberton. I feel like this sets a very, very good goal to work towards and to improve and get better. And I feel like in perhaps maybe a year's time, Barberton can go back and look at this footage and hopefully laugh at all they could have done and didn't realize.
Oh yeah, and I will say Shaker Heights put out an amazing dive comp.
Absolutely.
Really probably the best that we've seen in the league so far this season. Kudos to them. So until next time, we will get out our match next week for you as well. For this one, at the very beginning, I know I tried to do a little bit of different camera work for you guys from more of the first or third person's perspective, but I found, at least personally from me as a caster, I could not pay attention to exactly everything that was happening very well. If you prefer it, though, that's fine. Let me know in the comments if you like that first and third person perspective better, or if you prefer the kind of, we'll zoom back, the kind of over the head flowing kind of watching of the back and forth of the teams. It's up to you to let us know what you want to see. please do so in the comments. And if you have any other questions about Overwatch, feel free to leave them down in the comments as well. Um, this has been Barberton High School Overwatch for the match against Shaker Heights this October 27th, 2020. And we hope to see you next week, and hopefully next week we can bring you another Barberton victory. We haven't had one in our, I think out of our 3 casts we've had, unfortunately we've seen 2 of Barberton's losses, and last week we were not able to record our footage due to some mistakes. Barberton did have a win last week against Hilltop High School, I believe was the school that they played, um, though it may have been a different one. Let me give a quick check on that. Any closing thoughts, Ethan, while I'm checking who the win was last week for Barberton?
That was a very, quite honestly, it was a very good match in regards to just all the pointers that it could just give Barberton just by looking over it.
Oh yeah.
It could also even allow Barberton to form their own dive composition and work on that.
Sure. Oh, by the way, it's Tri-State STEM was the team that we played, not Hilltop. Hilltop was in the Fortnite esports team, I believe. So Barberton had a win against Tri-State STEM last week. They won 3-0. So just to keep everyone aware. You can also check all of the information for the esports team on our Google site, which you can find through the Barberton High School main website. It should be on the left bar, just on the along with the athletics and other things that are posted on there. You can find the esports link and see all the news that's coming up for us. Thank you for watching, and we have enjoyed casting for you. As always, have a wonderful rest of your week, and we will see you at the next Overwatch match.